Welcome back to Coffee Talk. Today's Thursday, 28th. Is it though? Probably not. Anyway, how you doing? Today I'm gonna enjoy our lovely coffee. Robots are asked to give ultimate advice. Okay, Elven burnouting is real. Here's how to avoid it. The image gonna confuse gnomes with dwarves as a review. Oh, damn. Good evening. Was there an inside joke robots are racist? But then some people explain it's not racist, it's just the computer, sorry, the sample is usually tests on the people that are in the sector, so white males. So it probably will not recognize something, a different color. Officer, welcome! Hey Andorea, how are you doing? Officer? Oh, hey, sorry. My mind is kinda elsewhere right now. No worries, work issues? What else? It's always about work. In all years if you want to chat. Hey, your pal. I'm a real bind, Andorea. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issue aside, things are getting weirder by the minute and I'm feeling out of depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Ghost? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrared's caught a couple of blurry things. What about blurry things? The rough knob turned a corner and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats. But near fits with what I heard on the scene. The footstep, you know, the laughter. Creepy. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles? Can wildebeest giggle? Not at all. Not at the size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps. Really? Oh, I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. You show I'm stumped. You know, Andorea. I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Fiona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. What about that? As it turned out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the non-physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such. Yes, I'm quite well, I wouldn't really say fairies? I mean, I know it can be used for different connotation, but wouldn't it be better woodlands creature or forest spirits? Well, fairies kind of sound too generic, but if someone say fairies, I will think about Tinkleberry usually. So I don't know, how does it work? I mean, I know it is used for other things, but just more. I don't know. Does that mean banshees were part of the fair folk? Probably. Not anymore though. It's an ongoing process, but at least it's getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions? Yes. So we are dealing with an actual ghost. What's gonna be a... Oh my god, are we gonna play Phasmophobia? Like you have to get clues to understand what the heck is that thing? Apparition like... ghosts. Maybe it's a rot, you know? Ghost? Ghost. Ghost. I see. What do you mean I see? Does it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. But isn't Riona considered a ghost? Or some sort of a phantom to a certain degree, like, you know? But come on, ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Oh right, a tree, of course. Does that mean it's haunted? The tree? I mean, it's not there anymore, right? It could be. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world even. Sometimes literally. Ah, you're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos. True that. If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you are so afraid of ghosts? Oh gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about. Anyway, that's understandable. All you need to know is that my fear was never caused by the actual ghost. Okay. Paranormal activity movies. Suggesting is a very powerful thing, Andorea. But that's all I'm willing to share. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpapa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposite, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. I'm just with my time as a cop and all unknown variables usually mean trouble or death. I see, that makes sense. They're the kind of people who cause things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zenness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Not me. On that note, Andorea, you see my lighter, right? I say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes? My bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometimes after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said, in more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reason, he couldn't walk far, so it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right? Now about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chot. Never liked being alone, that guy, plus he's pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes he go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets, from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest thing. I see. You see, the street name just came to my mind the last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean, Bone Street? Am I aware of it? It wasn't called that before, that's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and checked out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know that? He bought the lighter there. Whoa, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only coincidence? I sure hope it's only coincidence. What do you mean? Come on, ain't no way they're just coincidence, Andorea. Everything is lining up too perfectly if you ask me. To a certain degree, but I still believe it's just coincidence. Oh. Think about what happened so far. It was my team that was found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was seized out of everyone's, right? Then my leg started tanking. Then broken mount, the van, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening the past week alone, you see. Right. Then one thing led to another and my team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who is in charge of the case? Me! Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market, information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right? And now we know why I keep on losing the lighter? Right? How are they not connected, tell me? Well, if you list them all in order like that, I'm telling you, Andorea, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just really bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. What's that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme, from local comforts to really special stuff. And I keep thinking what particular drink might interest you. Oh. Something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey and lemon. And has lieu of the other drink. And has lieu of other drinks? Ah. Protection from what though? From evil spirits and bad luck in general, I think. Maybe it will help ease your mind a bit. Gotcha. It's like a drink charm. Charm drink. But Andorea, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't really know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. Wait a minute. What kind of drink is that? Do you put alcohol in it? You know, as a drink to lit up. Are you sure it's a drink or it's not a summoning circle? I just think your lighter might give it an extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you going to make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. I've set the folder. Lighter. It exudes an interesting feel. Yeah, we got it. Okay, then make me this magical drink of yours. This beverage is literally on fire. Kimada. What do you pour in it? Seriously, there's definitely alcohol in it. There's not a single moment I think there is no alcohol in it. It's a fucking cocktail. It cannot be a coffee. It's a cocktail. Oh wow! The drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. And so don't tell anyone. Roger that. Here you go. Oh, careful. Dang, Andorea. It's really something else. I'm sure it's okay to drink. I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Ha! I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Andorea. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Oh, don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks, man. At least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with operations. Not with that attitude. Hard-boiled device. We unlocked what? What? Is unlockable character? Where did this asshole come from? Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease, I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? McQuan? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. Ah, it is you. The surprise just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. So it says a new character, but also says that I unlock him. I don't know what the heck it means. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. Brunch buddies, it is. I feel like I'm meant to say brunch buddies the same serious term. But I don't like to talk about it, I still get nightmares. From brunch? I feel you, I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. From brunch? We were truly the lucky ones. Without doubt. From brunch? I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like talking about it. I got it the first time you said it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reason? It's always about secret police reason. I've not read the briefing yet, but enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh, well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Andorea about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghost-looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bonnet Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's not no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. Sure it is, detective. Sure it is. How do you do it, detective? Your case, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over to that part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case we were investigating, a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away, but was a movie on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Couldn't take a bloody hint that he's bloody dead and should get the fuck out of here. Anyway, you had to go in and exercise the place, right? But the husband, he called with the wind that he's retreating to the basement? Wait, the ghost can retreat? I guess, okay, fair enough. Basement it is. We won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's hard to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. There's a particular reason why it is. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home, all his stuff is still there. It's hard, I get that. Still not sure to understand why the attic and the basement are the harder part of our exorcism. But I guess it's all about angles. Or ingles. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try to coax him out. Bam! Next minute all this romantic music is playing and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusion, classic ghost trick. What? What the fuck? Romantic music is playing, the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Okay. Why? Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at his pottery wheel and he's behind me. What? It's about that movie. Of course it's about that movie. And I'm guessing you're gonna making one very fancy vase, I may say. Wait, that is the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh, maybe? We had a movie night at work and dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. I'm 18. What the fuck? What is this conversation? It's so weird. Hey detective? Hey people I don't know. You got your important errands sorted? Sure did. Dooley, I can see crumbs stuck on your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. There's a feeling all over your top. That's blood from gunshot. That's just, you know, regular blood. It's no cranberry juice. From a gunshot wound, it's healed up though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donor shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what I miss? We're talking about getting rid of the officer William's fear of ghosts. Hey, ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, I never met one. Can really feel something that you don't know exists, alright? This conversation is so weird, I don't know why. We stop a ghost riot. Pfft, ghosts aren't real. Is this conversation even real? So you don't need to be scared of them, easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. But you said that they're just like us. That's a good thing to remind me of. Exactly, they used to be alive just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, /possess, /violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Extra reassuring. Just talk to them, build their culture, listen to their issue, and spectral whales. And spectral whales? Treat them like you are any other person. See what's on the inside. It should be easy since you can see through them. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best to know everything, Eddie, he says. I certainly don't. Fair enough. Ah well, thanks for the advice. I think it will help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read the case briefing and find out why we are here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. What? Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Okay, why? The driver was a chupacabra. Of course it was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen, a lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard. Take care. I guess I am a coffee wizard. They should probably change it. Coffee wizard is much better than barista, okay, guys? Instead of saying, oh, barista, give me a coffee. Hey, coffee wizard! Can you make me a coffee? Thank you. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Andorea? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1 million now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Andorea. I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next? So what you're actually going to do next? I'm down here for tonight. You have a good evening, alright? Keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Was this thing in there? Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and Huh? More clients? More customer? Oh, Riona. Welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's a construction work taking place on Leonard Avenue. Oh. I can imagine the green lock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great, I'm happy you are here. So anything I can make you for you this lovely evening? I like something for my throat. I will appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Sure. Midsummer Night's Dream. A cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. And that's what we call it here. How whimsical. Whimsical? It's wonderful. I know. Sweet but well balanced with the lemon, and it's like the bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Yoi by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh. He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind doing me a favor? What kind of favor? What do you need? Could you give me my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh. Email address and phone number as written on it belonging to Rihanna Shireen. Shireen? Why is that a reference to Ed Sheeran? Shireen! That's a nice word in it. What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It's possible that I spoke more than was necessary, or because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely understandable though. But it's not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please let me know. It's the least I could do, and as I realize there will be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Yoi is a human. And we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. Just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. What? What was that zoom? Is someone sitting here? What are you looking at, Riona? You're freaking the fuck out! Is there an actual dude sitting in their chair? What the heck was that zoom? Was it necessary? What the heck that means? It was so weird. I say you already helped him out more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little. No, nothing, I'll pass this off to him. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. But traffic aside, how are you? Oh, To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late, and I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. I'm part of the problem? Pardon? You know, I've had a conversation with more individuals the past week than I have the past few years. Is that good or bad thing? Semi-good? It's troubling. Of course it is. Oh, sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way, but it sounds like you are just making it enough negative to me. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective, but I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No, our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I am trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I could contact them. However, which I am thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. Very, very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network to make myself known. Yeah, that's I think the whole dealio? Isn't that the whole thing? And if it's not the whole thing, wouldn't that also be the result of it? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher? Just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that will be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important humbling fact. What will that be? Well... Oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you are really, really sure that the code shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'll have to do way, way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? You know? I say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experience, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connection with the right people. Even then, there's still no guaranteed success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it would work out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Miss Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every ocean I come across. And being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. How come? Speaking of Mr. Luca, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? Was stuck? Was in traffic? In a wall? In the laundry? Pardon? Actually, he posted about it in a social media last night. I don't remember reading it. I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud, drunk probably, all sounds in order. And extremely drunk, yes, I can see. Really? He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep in thought. He entered Carey Park without realizing he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 PM. How do you know? Okay. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of the fact that he seems to be unaware of it. Alright. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. Would it have been easier for him to just, call a cab? Of course. Of course, he told me he wanted to know the city better. I'm kinda done. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Cannot argue with that. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Was it a party? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. Ironsides are famously known to have a high tolerance for, beverage. It appears he had a dinner with his team, and he needed an extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new directions. Oh? I see, I suppose didn't go as I expected. Perhaps. I know that feeling all too well. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. Huh. About the talent show. That's good. It is not? Is it though? I don't know. You tell me, Riona. You tell me. Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his action. It just, how can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejection I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way? What do you mean? To let the talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at the moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Miss Luca manage to be fine with that? I think it's a question they should ask to them, rather than me. Perhaps because they don't see it as a be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as heels to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what's worst for you and ask for guidance, or assistance even. Because one cannot possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to simply recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. That's rough. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm not sure. Am I? I see. Still, Miss Riona? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You are fine. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Whoa, but I thought you are located in Bellevue. I am. But I still haven't finished visiting the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly nearing the end of our call. Shut up, Lucas. Which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to fetch him. Well, that's not such a bad intuition, but still, well, very kind of you, or thoughtful I may say, to go and fetch him. I see. How was he singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Well, his hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet. But we didn't get 6 then. Super 6. 6. Aside from my old dad, was he okay? consider the situation you mentioned earlier. I mean, I quite confident it's okay. Didn't he wrote something in the stories? Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining though, I bet. I ended up taking him for a drive though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business. A late night delivery. No, I was buying a pie. A midnight? A pie shop at the midnight? A midnight? Yes. Why consider you may have a competitor? No, really more about is there a pie shop still open at midnight? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Could we consider me as competition? Fascinating. Oh, Andorea, you'll be fine. I sort of want to know just so I can inform Officer Yoyi about it. Oh, why? His daughter loves pie. When his car was vandalized, Officer Yoyi had plans to buy pies for his families to get together. But the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get at the taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. Now he takes pride in being a oh my god. Satellite. He takes a pride in being a satellite, okay? So I wonder if he knows about it already. But it's very small kiosk attached to a pub, very easy to miss. Very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie and it serves fresh pie until 1 AM. Interesting, good to know, thanks. Getting back to the story though, you both went for pies then? Yeah, and that seems to fascinate him for some reason. Well, yeah, I'll also be fascinated if you bring me to a pie shop at around 1 AM. I mean, my brain was like, pie? So late? I don't know. I mean, like, I'll be, yeah? What do you each get? You order a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top. And a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. My heart is being taken away. How dare he! How dare he drink coffee from other establishments? And it was my suggestion since I thought he needed a warm-up. Double ouch! Double betrayal! I apologize. I'll leave. I'll leave. Little piece of advice, so a glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee is not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers. Funny thing, I actually had the same information. They basically told me that in order to not get too hangover, you actually want to drink water, like a lot of water, not like a little. Like have some bottle of water in your ass. I put it in your ass, definitely. No, don't do it, I'm joking. Just have some water, and it should be fine. It will help with a hangover more than coffee. The coffee only helps with the focus bit than the caffeine, but for what I heard, alcohol and the caffeine don't mix very well. Oh, that's really good information to know. Is why you are the best barista, Andorea. Thank you. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. And what do you get for yourselves? I had a slice of a hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself, which I bloody love to try. What is marvelous? What is this marvel? I really want to try something called like hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself. And just so you know, I didn't order anything to drink. Good. Very good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it? I enjoy it. I sure hope so. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I remember to order it next time. Please do. When are you gonna throw the hibiscus in the pie? I mean, it's already mint in it. There's even a blueberry in it. Hibiscus? Huh, fascinating. And so we continue our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me that he had not given up on his goal, despite the many disappointments with his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all. Really? Why? It is, No way. No. Cannot be. No. No. No, absolutely. No, it cannot be. On second thought, it may be better to hear the story directly from him. Another time. Apologize. Sure, I'm quite confident he had some car incident, and I believe he was the drunk guy. But what is that during the 1960s? Yeah, that couldn't be behind being him. But there's a chance he'll just, recklessly drunk drive. That's far more reliable. I apologize. No problem, I understand. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. Oh, what do you have in common? And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 AM. Okay. You can start. You can start the sailing, guys. You can start sailing now. On the ship, all aboard on the ship. It kinda feels like now. It's like, okay, there's enough for me to sail ship. Okay, you can go for it now, guys. At the beginning it was too early. Now, maybe there's a chance. But let's see. That's a big gripping conversation. I am not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home. Weren't you tired as well? No. I should go now. What? What? Because Banshee don't sleep? Because Banshee don't need to sleep? Did I offend there? I don't know! There's so many bloody things going around! Alright, will you be okay? Have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Andorea. No problem at all, anytime. Have a good evening then, Andorea. Come back again. Come again. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode. That was a weird abruption, I may say, from Lady Riona, but it'll be not that surprising, I may say. I believe some hidden tragedy may be hidden. Some hidden tragedy may be hidden. May we as well be well hidden for for us to discover in the future episode. Maybe that will explain some more in-depth stories, or maybe that will be nothing. Who knows? Anyway, as usual, thank you for watching, and have a lovely day, a lovely evening, and a lovely bye.